Hello, hello, hello. It seems like it's been so long since I have done my Monday emails, my video emails. I guess it hasn't been that long. Um, but welcome back. I am officially back from the kind of energetically tumultuous time of holiday, of my divorce finally being finalized, of just really finding my kind of groundedness again. And I I am back. I am officially back. And this week I definitely feel more grounded. I feel more connected to myself. I feel clear as, this video somehow is really clear. So maybe that's kind of reflecting how I'm feeling today. So thank you so much for coming in here, watching my videos. But I wanted to I kind of extend what I wrote in my Friday email about your roots create your fruits. And I kind of want to, I did explain it a little bit, but it's really, really sticking in my mind because, I have definitely been connected to the roots of my past these I don't know couple of months. So if you didn't quite understand what the roots are, the roots are what you are planting from your family of origin, the beliefs that you're believing in about yourself. And a lot of our roots are really like lies that we've been telling ourselves. And this whole year, now that I've kind of cut the cords from my past energetically, I'm kind of blooming, if you will, into something that is completely new. I mean, not that I wasn't authentic before, but really believing in my authenticity going into 2023. But we were kind of discussing this in this really powerful circle this morning in my manifesting circle. And if you are new to me, or you have no idea what I'm talking about, every Sunday morning I come in for a kind of group discussion. We all want to manifest things. And what I'm definitely, and we were talking about this today, what really just stands in our way is the energy of our roots. And I see it over and over again, and I know for me too, that the only thing that has been stopping me from keeping me from reaching my highest potential are my roots. Those roots that are just super heavy, that are dark, that are unhealed, that are limited. And those roots just kind of root into what we think is who we are. And I have been healing my roots, oh my God, pretty much all my life. But the past, I would say 2 years is when I really began this whole transformation into the roots of my true fruits, of who I am. And like I said, I see it over and over again, how we think that something on the outside of who we are, and the belief in something on the outside, whether we think that we will feel loved when we find that relationship, we will feel beautiful when we lose 10 pounds, we will have a business when we have trained with the top, um, a coach or mentor or whatever, and it just doesn't happen. And I know that definitely happened to me. um and I am 1,000,000% convinced that we cannot manifest what we want until we have healed those roots. Just for example, in my business, I thought probably 3 or 4 years ago that if I hired a, a really, 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 really expensive coach, that she would heal my roots and I would be able to manifest, the financial gains because I worked with her. And of course, that didn't happen because I did not heal. I did not focus on my own roots. I did not heal them. Yes. Can we do it temporarily? And can we feel good? Absolutely. But what I found is those same roots just continuously grew within me, and they were still there. And now in January, you see all these mentors, at least on my feed, of mentors or coaches. I really can't stand that word. Um, declaring, create your epic year, manifest your dreams, by using this program. And I fell for it. I fell for that, years ago. And I will never regret anything that I have done in the past with my healing, with my growth, with investing in myself. But I really, really don't believe, yes, like I said, you can do it temporarily, but you cannot maintain this until those roots have been healed. So I would love to know, have you ever, invested in something thinking that it was going to be, the end all of, your finally living the life, feeling the emotion, bringing in the finances that you've always wanted, and your roots really are, they're there. They're there. They don't think that they're growing somewhere else because the roots are still there. And I have been doing this work um for so long, and my roots, I keep finding, and I'm like, oh, okay, I heal that one, and then another root kind of has its little tentacles, and I have to keep healing that. And this is one of the reasons why we cannot maintain an exercise routine or something that we've committed to for this year. I don't even want to use the R word of resolution because it's so bogus. I can't even use the word of resolution. But this time of the year, exactly. I think you'll see this on the well, the 17th is exactly the day when we fall off the kind of new year wagon. We fall off, our all of our hopes and dreams and creating new habits have kind of disappeared. It's because the roots have not been healed. The roots are creating those false distorted fruits, and they will again they'll kind of grow in another area and pop up somewhere to stop you there. So social media is being bombarded right now of all the promises that coaches, mentors, leaders, whatever it is, that if you do this, then you will have this. Well, I don't believe it, because I mean, yes, it's there's systems for sure, absolute 100% systems that work, but unless your roots are healed for good, they're just going to pop up somewhere else. And I just don't want you to get discouraged about something that you're creating for yourself, and you find that your roots continuously hold you back, and then you feel bad about yourself, you judge yourself, you think that perhaps something's wrong with you. So take a look, is there something that you're repeating? Is there something that, even if you spend thousands of dollars of mentoring, that your roots still show up and you still feel blocked? I mean, with all the work that I've done, I still can sometimes feel blocked. I can, feel like there's a limitation coming up. Um, so my word for this year is unearthing. Unearthing is such a great word because it's really like unearthing the things that keep showing up in my life that stop me. And I kind of get I wouldn't go as far as that I feel excited about it, but I do feel like my highest power is trying to show me something, show me what it is that I need to do, um, to allow me to see where the roots get to be healed even deeper. And one of my deepest roots, if you will, is my relationship that I have with money. And this is one of the deepest roots that I now am in and healing, because as I'm writing this new book, Radiant Radical Richness. It's all about how to create massive abundance in all areas of your life. And this one, let's see, chapter, I forget which chapter this is. This is chapter 4 or 5. But it is about my money story. And as a stay-at-home mother, I had a traditional marriage, well, maybe not traditional now, but the way that we saw our parents raise families, the wife stayed home, the father went out to make the money. That was what the dynamic was. And what I did is I just stuck my head in the sand when it had to do with money. And I went through, oh my gosh, like right before Christmas, this massive spiral into that old story. Like, because now I am independent, I don't have anybody telling me and showing me how to invest my money. And that is so freaking scary. But now I'm like, okay, but I get to be empowered. I get to heal this very deep root of my relationship, or I didn't even have a relationship with money, but now I do. And I am feeling so empowered, so clear, peaceful, because I am healing all the things that I could have healed when I was working with this very high end coach. I just don't believe in those. The systems are pretty much similar, and there are so many promises, but I'm not going to get down on coaches, because they are incredibly powerful. Some people really flourish in this environment. I never did. I needed to do this kind of work before I did anything else. And I in my manifesting circle this morning, I did a meditation. It was what did I call that? So it was called the Dissolve Your Limitations meditation, and it was all about releasing the energy that you keep getting stuck. And it had to do with water. If you would like for me to guide you through this meditation, please direct message me, or just DM me, or send a courier pigeon, or whatever you want. And I will do that meditation with you as well, because it's so important to understand that our thoughts really are powerless, because we can actually take them, kind of out of our head, write them on paper, and dissolve them in this sacred water that I meditate with you, regarding letting go of your limitations. So if you'd like to experience that, please reply to this email and say meditation, and I would be happy to take you through that. What else do I want to say here? Yeah, so 3 ways. These are just really, you see all this, like, all these complicated systems and, programs, master classes, or whatever. And really, what has helped me is just really 3 simple steps. And first is to constantly remind myself of how far I've come, how, from the past, I can celebrate. I'm a huge believer in celebrating my successes. And it's called the win streak. And you just constantly, every single morning, write down all the amazing things that you have accomplished in the past, your achievements, your goals, your accolades, anything that you have done. You write them down every single morning, because what that's doing, it's creating this new neuro pathway of constantly being in the vibration of celebration. So the first way is to celebrate all your successes. The second step, I mean, these are so tiny, but they are so powerful, and they've really helped me to now be living in probably the most abundant time of my life. Um, Being in the present moment, and I know you hear about that all the time, but I am lovingly telling you, seeking blissful moments and being fully in the present and enjoying these moments helps you to shift that energy, shift that feeling. Your inner frequency is your magnet. There is no way around it. So being blissful, being, really being present to what you're doing, whether it be washing your hands, and feeling the water, to just looking in somebody else's eyes for that moment, not being distracted by anything on the outside really, really helps. Third thing is, yes, to really focusing in on your future, not being stressed out, oh my god, I don't know what's going to happen energy, but really focusing, kind of stepping into that new energy, seeing yourself as if it's already happening. So powerful, because I was saying in the manifesting circle this morning is that I am really stepping big this year, even bigger, that I'm now going to be the leader of very high-end manifesting workshops at high-end hotels all over the world. I have my first one in March, March 24th, 25th. And, I was saying that rather than waiting until I had the whole content going and I had it all perfectly detailed, I basically went to seeing myself being this leader at these workshops and, feeling in that excitement energy. And then I come back to writing the content. Yes, did I have a little moment of like, oh my God, when they said, yes, we'd love to have you. They're sponsoring me to come there. It's going to be beautiful. But I really future paced myself to actually as if it was happening, and then backtracked and then made the content and figure out all the details. Because sometimes we wait until we're perfect before we then start pitching, but I'm the opposite. I'm also doing Wednesday. I'm a co-host with Wake Up with Marcy. I've never done this before. I'm going to this actual studio and I'm going to be a co-host. Did I ever? Nope, never done it before, but I'm going to on Wednesday. So yeah, but keeping an idea. I want to be an influencer. I want to be sponsored by, various products. This is kind of my new thing, this year. Have I done it before? No. Am I waiting to be perfect? And no. Am I finding the right people to help me get there? Absolutely. So past, present, future, so important when you are trying to create your epic year, as people say. And but first of all, healing the roots of who you are. There is no way around it. They're going to be there, no matter if you're working with Tony Robbins or, somebody smaller than that. It doesn't matter. If you have not healed your roots, you will keep producing exactly the same roots. And I know, because I've done it that way before, but now this is my time now that I'm doing my life my way, peaceful, and unearthing all the things that I get to let go of. So I hope that's helpful. Please let me know in the comments. I really want to get some interaction. I've had a lot of people contacting me and responding to emails, which is fantastic. Any way that I can help you, please let me know. Please come in Manifesting Circle every morning at 9 a.m. Stay tuned for all the details for Chablé Maroma, my first of this 2023 of my vision for this year. I will also be speaking on stages, co-hosting, doing all kinds of stuff. So yeah, whew, it's a lot, and I know that I get to do it my way in a very peaceful way. So hope that helps you, and I will see you next week.